Hey guys, so we're going to get started in just a couple minutes. We still have about 3 minutes left. So if you want, go ahead and shoot out some texts to your teammates and say, hey, if you're available, hop on and let's crush this sale. I'm so excited about the 31% off. Ooh, and I love that background up there. I'm going to mute myself for 1 second and send out some reminders. Hey, if you're just hopping on, we're taking about 1 more minute to message everybody.
Hey.
What's happening?
Hi. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon.
You look like, well, that's cool. I hope that's Mitoplex in there.
Actually, it's an up over ice.
Okay, cool. I
had no power for 3 days, so none of my cans were cold.
I couldn't help myself. I was like,
having a scotch on the rocks while I do the drink.
I was like, little glass there. All right, we're just sending out quick reminders, but now it's 3 o'clock. So for those of you I do not know yet, oh look, she says happy Friday. Yeah. For those of you I do not know yet, my name is Ashley Riddle, and I live outside of Houston, Texas, in a little tiny town called Kingwood. And my friend Lori Hart and I are going to do an action hour with you guys this afternoon. And Lori, tell them a little bit about you.
Hey guys, how are you? So if you don't know me, I'm Lori Hart. I live in, well, I guess outside of Boston, Mass, because all you fine people were here for our event last month. So I live outside of Boston, Mass. I'm a mama too, and I've been drinking ketones since January. I love them. And I am here with Ashley to do a little bit of action on this Friday. So happy Friday, everybody.
Yeah.
Welcome.
I forgot to say to you, I've been with the company and drinking ketones for 4.5 years. Wow. So time flies when you're having fun. So drop in the comments if you are excited. Drop a 1 in the comments if you're excited about this 31% off sale. I better see a bunch of 1s in here, or we'll just erase the sale, huh? Awesome. Where'd she go? I lose Lori?
Oh,
there you are. You moved up on my thing.
Okay, I could see you.
All right, cool. So Lori's going to start us out in our action hour. And what you got for us, girl?
So what I have for you today, first thing we're going to do is we typically do our newsfeed warming. So if you don't know about that, Facebook likes to share our posts with people that we interact with most, right? So we're going to just take about 5 minutes and kind of go through and comment on some of our friends that we haven't seen in a while. And we do our comments, we're going to make sure we ask a little question like, oh my gosh, your baby is so cute. How old is she? Just to get a little bit of interaction going. And we'll do this for about 5 minutes. And then we'll move on to the next activity.
All right. So I'll set the timer.
Questions? Yes, that would be awesome. If you have any questions, you can throw them in the chat. I'll keep an eye out.
And I like to always see how many I can get done in that period of time.
Mhm.
So a quick way too is just to head over to their profile picture or their cover photo and just comment right there.
Actually, that's an awesome idea to cover a comment on their profile photo, because typically if somebody's using a profile photo of themselves, they really like it. And when you show them that you like it as well, and probably people haven't commented on it in a while, they'll really see you.
All right, timer going. 5 minutes. And this whole action hour only go for like 25, 30 minutes at the most. So don't be scared. You're not going to be on here for 5 hours. We will all be off so you can watch baseball tonight.
So if you don't know how to comment on their cover photo, if you just tap their photo right there, it brings you right to their picture, and you can like it and just say, you know, "Oh, beautiful, beautiful photo. Where was it taken?"
Hey, Ash, we can't hear you.
Stories, maybe instead put it in the stories.
Hey, I wasn't talking to you guys. I'm leaving little voice texts to people for my warming up.
Oh, I'm like, hello, are you here? My bad.
I love you. Yeah, I set a timer, believe it or not, Jamie. And
I'm your timer girl. That's okay. I was late. Sorry.
I know
Sorry, y'all.
I know you were scared for me. Oh, we got 37 seconds left. Jamie's like, oh God, Ashley's
I'm on it.
on. She has no clue. Thank you. I'm gonna mute myself again and finish. All right, time's up. Jamie. Okay, so type in the comments how many people you were able to comment on in that 5 minutes. I always surprise myself with this. And what you're doing there, I know sometimes it sounds kind of funny, but seriously, I noticed this when I do not do this activity, that not as many people are seeing my stuff. So like I used to tell my daughter would do some of my graphics like on Instagram and TikTok and stuff like last year. And I would tell her, Mackenzie, you can put up the most beautiful post in the world. And they were beautiful, trust me. But I'm like, if you do not go and comment on people's stuff before, then like it doesn't help. No one sees it, you know? And so I kept showing her that time and time again. And then right now I'm trying to get that through my husband's head. So it's funny how the people you live with, they're like, do not hear you, you know? So anyway, get that done. That's so important. And if you can do like a different set of 15 people every day, even better. Like my first year I started, Mandy Mitchell did a whole training about this. And I have always done it ever since her training. I'd like to act like it was my idea, but it wasn't, it was hers. So anyway, and she's the first legend girl in our company. So I'm going to do whatever she tells me to do, right? You know? Yeah. So, okay. So Lori, what would you do? We're going to work on posting on our wall. And then after that, we're going to do some private messaging. So Lori, what would you do on your wall to kind of encompass what we have for this weekend? So what we have for this weekend is Turkey Trot, 40% off the brand builder pack, and 31% off ketones if you set up a smart ship. So we got lots of stuff.
Yeah. So there's a few ways too to handle that, because you could talk to people that are looking for a business, or we could share about our sale, right? And have people come on this help journey with us. So what I would do is if you haven't, today is Friday. So if you did post about Freebie Friday today and you're going to post more about Prove It, I would put it in your stories if you already did it on your wall today. If not, just so you know, sometimes I'll put up a post, and if it doesn't have a lot of traction, I'll hide it or take it down so that my news feed isn't all prove it, ketones. So if you did post and you haven't got a lot of traction, you could kind of hide that post and put up a new one if you want to post it on your wall. But what I would post about is, hey, if you've been following my health journey, this weekend we have an amazing sale. You could take a picture of yourself with your shaker cup. Just write the benefits of, you know, how I was feeling versus how I'm feeling now, and just kind of put that post up on your main wall. Or you can put something about the sale if you want in your stories as well. So a picture of you with a shaker cup, or it doesn't even have to be a picture of you, but I wouldn't put the sale flyer on your wall. You want people to come to you and ask you what you're drinking. Why do you feel so amazing? Why are you looking so good, girl? Like those types of things. So just kind of keep the curiosity piece there. So that's what I would post. So if we take a few minutes, maybe find a picture of yourself in your news feed. Sometimes if I have a day that I did my hair and makeup, I'll take a few pictures of myself. So if it's a day that I don't or haven't gotten ready, I have something there just to throw up in a pinch. So that's just a pro tip. If you have time, take a few photos of yourself if you're looking real good, maybe switch out your shirt, but just have them ready to go so that when we do have things that pop up like this, you're ready to go.
Yeah, you don't look like this. Jamie Hill does this though. Like I talked to her the other day and she's like, she looked amazing. She looks amazing all the time. But anyway, she was changing her shirt And she's like, I'm gonna go do a picture out here and there. So it looks like she's got all these different pictures.
Mhm.
So anyway, all right, let's do, what do you think, 5 minutes
Sure.
for that?
Yeah.
And put something in your story too, if you can.
Yeah. And this is good for Instagram or Facebook. So whichever platform you're working.
TikTok, any of them. They all apply. They're all social media.
The sale will go through the weekend. Somebody's asking. Yes. Probably till things run out. You know how that goes. Nice work, everybody. Rebecca, that apple looks delicious.
I just sent a picture to Jamie and I was like, I'm so fall basic. And she saw me taking the picture and thought I was doing it of the screen. So she like posed, but I was doing it of myself. Oh man. I love this crew. I also am currently, I have the kettle on. Look, Lori's gonna do it now. I have the kettle on and I'm gonna make magic apple but hot. Has anybody tried it yet? Yeah. Oh, I'm super excited. I was just like, I have cider in the fridge, but I was like, I have magic apple. Why? I'll just make that hot.
Yeah, it's good hot.
Ooh.
Are you gonna go live about that? You should go live about that.
I haven't gone live today.
There you go.
Good idea.
Mhm.
You could change out your scarf and take a bunch of pictures. There you go.
Yep, I did TikToks this morning before I changed, and then I went and I took a bunch of pictures in front of a fence. Oh, you can't see it.
You can switch out the fruit too. You can have an orange in one and a pear in the other.
And my engagement post that I did today, I was at Home Goods. And I posted these 2 blankets and asked which colors I should get, and people are just commenting on it. So like, even if you guys are walking through a store, I didn't even buy any of them. I probably will, but that's besides the point. Don't tell my husband. Shh. But I just took a picture of them and asked everybody which one, you know what I mean? And everyone's commenting. So now I can go and make a post, right, about whatever, and people are going to see it.
Yeah. And now you have a whole list of people to engage with about ketones, right? So that's super cool. People love to pick for you. I put a sweater up yesterday and I had so many.
Hi, Natalie. I see you. You're beautiful.
All right. So type a 1 in the comments if you got a post up. Type a 2 if you got a post and a story up. Time's up. All right. One and 2. Yay! Woohoo, Natalie. All right, Alicia got in her story. All right, so let me show you guys too real quick in case you do not know. Let me go right here. We've had tons and tons of awesome Blitz deals this month, right?
Mhm.
So our Facebook or social media may look a little bit crazy town. So I'm going to show you something here. I just like hid this one from yesterday about the creme brulee, because it's not available right now. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go hide that one. So what you do is if you're on your phone, there's these little 3 things, those little buttons. You can click on that and then it'll bring up this little menu, and one says edit privacy, and you can change it to only me. So go take a little scroll after we're finished with this of your wall and maybe hide things that aren't applicable right now.
Yep.
All right, so now we're going to spend the last probably 5 to 10 minutes sending out some messages to people. And Lori and I were talking about some different ways to message people about, so basically there will be like 3 different messages, and we'll put them in the comments. That way, if you just want to copy paste, or you can tweak it a little bit to sound like you. But just remember, here's the key to sending out private messages. You always want to end with a question so that they feel like they need to get back to you. I was at something, I think it was like a training that Natalie had done, like probably my first year in Prove It. And they did a panel of people and they were asking them, hey, how do you work their business? And they said, oh, I always end a private message with a question so that they feel like they have to get back to me. So I use that all the time still, and it really does work. So maybe something that you could do would be, let's see. Here's one. This would be a sale message, okay? So, hey, I wanted to follow up with you. I know we've talked ketones before. We have an awesome sale going on this weekend where you can save big. Didn't want you to miss out. If you're interested, would you like me to send the details over? Okay, so that could be a private message that you use to follow up with someone. I had a new person that started this week, and she was like, hey, someone asked about, Jeannie asked about ketones the other day, and I sent her the campfire video and she hasn't got back to me yet. And she said, should I message her again? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. So just because someone doesn't get back to you doesn't mean that they are not interested. It just means that life happens and people appreciate a follow-up. So let me put that, will you type it in the comments? Yeah. Let me go grab that real quick.
I love a reminder. I always look at a follow-up as a reminder, and I need one all the time on all the things. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I do too.
I do. And I'll say, yeah, girl, 7 times. So I hope that people keep following up with me before I get to something. So.
Oh, this was cool though. This happened to me while I'm putting this in here. I was showing Barbara yesterday because we were doing a vendor fair, which by the way, I'm terrified of talking to people in person. And so I really pushed myself to do this vendor fair, and she ended up selling like 8 trial packs. She's got 8 people to follow up with. I got to work on my talking to people skills. Like we had a blast, you know. I love social media, so that's why. But something I was showing her here is this one lady. I started talking to her in June, and she just bought yesterday. This is October. Okay. So don't be afraid to follow up is the key. Let me get this little message real quick for you guys. So this will be one that you can use to follow up about the sale. And then Lori, what would you send out about the turkey trot? Because you loved that one.
Yeah, I love this. I would just say, hold on, let me have it. I have it written here. What would I say? I would just say something like, obviously you want to tweak your language to you, right? Where did it go? I have it written.
Here it is. Here. All right, hold on, I got them.
I would say, hey, I would just say, hey, however you say anything, you're going to post them for me. I know, but not sure if you've been following my health journey or not, but ketones have been a game changer for me and my family. I'm starting a fun turkey trot challenge group November 5th to feel my best headed into the holidays. And I'd love for you to join us. Would you like me to send over the details? Super simple, straight to the point. I love the question. Would you like me to send over the details?
Okay, this was like a little outline I posted for my people. So what you can do is go just grab it, copy, paste it, put it into your notes, and then you could kind of break it up for each little message.
Yeah,
And it basically is like this little action hour that we're doing right now.
it's perfect.
And then it gives you little messages, one for the turkey trot, one for following up with people. Another follow-up message would be, I like this one. Hey, I know we talked about the business opportunity before. Wanted to follow up with you and see if you were still interested. We have a great sale going on right now. Would you like me to send the details over? And then all that is you're sending them over the details on the Dollar Keto Club. Like they can join for $1 and save 40% on their pack.
Okay, do we have that to put in the messenger?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Let me grab it.
Awesome.
Here's
You want to do the green light challenge? Take 5 minutes, message people that are on,
yeah.
and then we'll be able to wrap it up.
And then while we do that, I'll put this other stuff in, and then we'll give everybody a second to grab it out of their notes. Let's see.
Hey, Ashley, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
So regarding the Facebook flyers, is that kind of meaning like, you know how we get like through the Pulse app when a new flavor is released and then it has like the details kind of in fine print below? Is that something that we shouldn't post like in our stories or on our timeline?
Yeah. And I know, like, I mean, I love when they came out with that, you know, because I was like, oh, yay. But then I started using it and I noticed that Facebook was marking it spam because like everyone else is using it too. You know what I mean? And Facebook picks up on that. So anytime that you can use like your very own graphics is better, you know? And then I would say a secondary thing would be like using some graphics that the groups created or whatever. Like anything's better than the flyer, you know?
Also, when people see that flyer, it's easier for them to just Google and they don't see the value, they see the price. So they don't have an opportunity to speak with you about it. They just say, oh, that's this. I'm not, no, not for
Probably
me.
seems more salesy too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why pictures of you even are just the really the best way on your wall.
All right, guys, I'm putting all this in, and like what I love to do is I use my phone notes all the time and I copy paste stuff to it and then I just tweak it, you know, and change it to sound like me. So just always end in a question. That's the main thing. Here's the promoter pack thing you were asking about, Lori.
Okay, cool.
So
So
go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, if we want to just take the last couple minutes and see who's on Messenger, and we can shoot them off a couple of those messages. And if you get a reply, you can let us know in the chat while we're still live. So does everybody know how to find who is live right now on Facebook? If you're on your phone, at the bottom, it says chats and it says people. And if you click it over to people, they'll put a little green light next to them if they're on right now. So you know that they're looking at their messenger or looking at Facebook. And then that way you can message them while they're active. Actually, I'm gonna go right now.
And I always love scripts because
Yeah.
sometimes, like for me, I'm always grateful that all these things are a gift that we get from Prove It. But sometimes we'll get so many, I'm like, oh my gosh, what? How am I going to start this conversation? So I love scripts to like look at and get my brain going, and then I can tweak them to sound like me, you
Yeah.
know?
And then if somebody says no, it's like, okay, no problem. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you for getting back to me. I always thank them for getting back to me instead of ignoring it. Because you never know when they'll be ready sometime.
Melissa she's the one that's responsible for this turkey trot script. And she's been sending it out to like 15 green light people a day and having tons of success.
Yeah.
So we got like 3 more minutes. Here's one I just sent to this girl. Her green light was on, and I was just following up with her, and I just said, hey girl, I know we talked about ketones before. Wanted to follow up with you and see if you're still interested. We have a 31% off sale. Didn't want you to miss out. Would you like me to send the details over? Now, before I sat through that training, I would have said, hey, let me know if you're interested, instead of, would you like me to send the details over?
Mhm. Sometimes it's just a tweak in the words. Are you ready to
Yeah.
get started? Like, we have to be able to ask those questions because we're kind of the leader. Like, we know what's next.
Mhm.
And if we don't tell them what's next, it kind of just hangs out in space.
Mhm. Well, and I remember too, like the lady that signed me up 4.5 years ago or whatever, she sent me over like 12 different options. Not really, because we didn't have that many options then, but it was like this whole convoluted, like too many things. And I remember sitting at work thinking, oh my gosh, could you just tell me what to do? Like, I don't know anything about these ketones. I just know I want to feel better. Could you just tell me what I should do?
Mhm.
So like Lori's saying, if you can just be real direct and like, hey, the 10-day challenge is the best place to start, you know, and if they don't want to start there, start them with the trial pack.
Mhm. I even ask when I'm ready at the end, I always say, hey, have you ever thought about doing what I do? Right off the bat. And then, some people say, yeah, tell me more about it, because they don't know. They don't even know that there's a business opportunity sometimes unless we let them know. And right now people are looking for those types of things. I had a few conversations today already, and you're surprised about who is really looking for something.
All right, cool. So hopefully you guys got some messages sent out. If you can keep going, even though this call is going to end, keep going. Because why not? You're on a roll. Spend 5 extra minutes. And I hope everybody type a 1 if you're using the Rhino Tractor. Rhino Tractor. I'm going to rename it Rhino Tracker.
I just got a fresh one today. Here you go, sister. Ready to go.
Yeah, I printed off 20 because I'm like, I am committed to this thing. I don't know if you guys have heard, but like I wasn't using it and Nick kept on me to use it. And so I pulled it out and I only had 1 line filled. Okay. And then I was like, man, I better get busy. So I did, and I wrote all my stuff down. And then two days later, I hit multiplier. So it just holds you accountable to make sure that you're doing the things that are income producing activity, which what we just did on this 30-minute call was what we call income producing activity. Making graphics, like doing a bunch of training, all those things are important, but that's not necessarily like income producing activity.
Yes.
This is like messaging people, getting up your post, commenting on people every day. Like we can trick ourselves into thinking that we're busy, and don't do that. Just fill out the Rhino Tractor.
How many people are you messaging a day on that tractor?
I shoot, just me personally, I shoot for 15 a day. 15 just my number for everything because it's easy to remember.
Yep.
So comment on 15, message 15,
Mhm.
follow up with 15 if I have 15 to follow up with. I'm just about that 15.
I love it.
15,
Awesome.
15, 15.
Yeah. And I love what you just said there. Like we can always think we're busy. Amelia has a question, but unless we're actually writing it down and sending out that campfire video, really all the busyness is just busyness, right?
Oh yeah, I thought I was so busy, man.
So
I did. I thought I was so busy, and I pulled that up, and that was a moment of truth. I was like, oh wow. If I don't fill this thing out, I might have to go get a job.
right? Amelia, do you have a question?
Hi. Oh, sorry. My name is Beth Hernandez. Yes, I did have a question.
Okay.
I have to change it. My daughter uses my Zoom for her online school.
Oh, that's
Sorry.
okay. No problem.
So I just became a promoter this week.
Congratulations.
And thank you. Super excited. And all this stuff is like totally overloaded. I'm writing everything down. It's awesome. And do you guys think, okay, this sounds crazy. I do not have any social media whatsoever. Would this kind of transpare to if I did text messages, personal text messages?
100%.
Just carry that over. Just carry it over that
Absolutely.
way.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Get out your
That's what I was
wedding
curious.
list and your high school list and your college list and your
Okay.
prom list. And if you have their number, just give me a text.
Okay, that's what I was just wondering, because some of those flyers and stuff are like the little kind of things you guys were talking about, like changing it up a bit and totally, can I just go text message, go that route, or even, I don't know, some emails. I don't know if that would even
Perfect. I just
work.
think, hey, curious, are you drinking ketones yet? That's
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Better.
We'll help you. Whoever signed you on to the business will be so glad to help you get started with that. That's awesome.
No, yes, she actually linked me into this and it's been awesome. So yes.
Yeah,
Thank
text
you.
messages
Okay, cool.
are even better,
Yeah,
like, yeah. And if don't think you have to do your business all on social media. I mean, go out, do stuff in person if you like in person. I mean, like I said, I did a booth thing yesterday and I had a blast, and I was like terrified, and it all worked out. It turned out to be so fun.
Yeah. And, sometimes I was saying to a new promoter today, sometimes the posting and just hoping that somebody calls it's best to get out and best to text and to get out in front of people versus putting up these posts and just waiting for somebody. We have to be doing the reaching out. for this all to even come together and work. So great reminder.
Definitely.
you,
Thank
Beth.
you so much, ladies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, well, happy Friday, everybody. I hope that was helpful, right? We have a great sale to crush and all kinds of fun things happening this weekend with the Dollar Keto Club, the sale. We have the turkey trot happening. So like month end is going to be banging for everybody.
Yeah. Do you guys, anybody have any questions before we hop off? Something you could do real quick too, if you're not someone that has wrote down their stuff in the past, you can go up to the top. If you use Facebook and Messenger, you can go up to the top in the search bar and type keywords like ketones, promoter, sale, and it'll pull up your past conversations so that you can message people. Just heads up. And you can do the same on your wall for your own posts. So if you want to follow up with people from past freebie Fridays or past sales and you don't have them written down, that's a great way to find them too. And I also like doing that with Facebook memories as well. So, all right. Well, you guys have an amazing day. We'll go ahead and hop off. Thanks everybody for joining us. Hope it was helpful. See you later.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Thanks, Lori.
Thanks, Ash.